What's good, homies? It's time for another Finiverse with Green Carrot, OP15 style. I'm inspired. Someone in Chicago actually won a serialized Yamato with Green Carrot. It was OP1 legal. We're not doing OP1, we're doing OP15. But that's still pretty freaking crazy. So we gotta check this leader out. Also, really fast, anime small YouTube channel. Any likes, comments, or subs really helps me out. Also, please join my Discord channel. I have a Discord channel link in the description below. I want that Discord popping. Let's talk some One Piece game theory. And I also have a OP16 pre-release video out. Y'all should go check that out. I won four pre-releases for OP15. I think this Luffy card's easily gonna be $200 long term, so feel free to go check that out. I think it's linked in my cards above. But yeah, let's get right to that deck profile. We got Green Carrot. Activate main once per turn. If you have a character with the Minx type in play, rest of 20 opponent's characters will cost a 5 or less. I messed up one game. I didn't drop a Minx character on the board yet, and I tried to use leader ability like a dumbass. You do have to have a Minx character on the board. That's crazy. We got the EVO2 Carrot. This card is super good because it helps you find stage. If you have 3 or more Dawn cards on your field, you search top 7 for the Zao stage. If you don't find it, you don't find it, but you can still play it out from your hand if you already have it in your hand. And this is a good 2K because then later on you can bounce that 2K back with the bounce law, which we'll talk about later. We got the Wander Searcher. It searches top 5 for Minx types. This Laboon is MVP. Unfortunately, it's not searchable, but basically, if we have a character 7,000 power or less that be removed, we can rest 2 cards instead. So that could be 2 Dawn, that could be Laboon and another 1-drop like Wanda. This card comes in so clutch against leaders like Lucy or Enel. Unfortunately, Enel still has ways to KO this because they can just Mamarag on it, but it makes their life harder and it makes them waste these events on low-cost characters like Laboon. So super good card, and it's a 2K. We got Milky. She's mostly a 2K, but activate main, rest this character. If your leader is Minx type, you set 1 rested Dawn as active. So it's a really good card. You can stage restander as well, so you can just recycle Dawn every single turn. I mostly use it for a 2K or like a bounce character of Law, but I think just hard playing on the board is a good option as well. We got one Pedro blocker. I was testing him out. I haven't seen him in a lot of lists recently, but I think he's so good. He's a blocker, and he can KO a rested 6-cost or lower character. He comes in clutch in like 2 of my games, so he's a pretty good card. I might bump him up to more copies. We got 2 Inarashis. To be honest, this card was very mid, and I barely used it in any of my gameplay. On play, if your leader is Minx type, up to 2 of your opponent's rested 5-cost lower characters cannot be active during their next refresh phase. Honestly, I'd rather just bump up the copies of Pedro and remove Inarashi altogether, but we'll talk about that later. 4 Carrots. This card is MVP, and it's searchable. On play when attacking, up to 1 of your opponent's characters costs a 7 or less, does not become active during the next refresh phase. Such a good card, dude. Like, if you see 3 or 4 Carrots in a game, it's just GG's, bro. Next, we have 2 Nekamamushi. On play, if your opponent has 7 or more rested cards, this character gains Rush. I love this card in this deck. No one expects a Rush character from a green deck. This is a great card for going for game. They might just expect you to play another blocker, but you're like, nah, bro, I'm just gonna Rush Nekamamushi. I think 2 copies is perfect. I definitely want to keep this in my deck. Next, we have 4 Bonney SECs. This card is so good. It's a blocker, and you have 80 more rested cards. You draw 2 trash one from your hand, then you restand a Dawn as active. So it's basically like a 4-6,000 power body. I messed up one of the games, and I only had 7 rested cards instead of 8, so I gotta learn how to count. But if you have 8 rested cards, this card is goated. We got 3 bounce laws. Honestly, I don't mind bumping this card up to 4 because this card isn't searchable, so it's hard to find. But if you see it, especially if you're going second, this card feels so good. If you have 1 or less life cards, this card gains blocker, and on play you return a character to your hand. You play 1 character cost of 5 or less from your hand rested. So you can play out Bonney, you can play out Carrot, you could play out Inarashi if you wanted to, or like Pedro. Because if they swing into him, you can rest when your opponent's Dawn or KO a 6 cost. And yeah, your targets you want bounce are Laboon, Wanda, or Carrot. We have 2 EBO4 Carrots. On play for leaders Minx type, set 2 of your Minx type characters and your leader is active. I won multiple games today by restanding basically my whole board. I actually beat Enel with this card too. This card is super goated. I might bump this up to 3. Most of the time I see it though, I feel like you only need 1 Carrot per game. So I feel like 2 is fine, to be honest. It's only Minx type characters though, so if I have like a lot of bounce laws or Bonnies on the board, then you can restand your leader, so it's not as strong. But still a good body to develop. We got a lot of Beppo. He's also MVP. I think 3 copies is perfect. On play, you rest up to 1 opponent's characters, and that character will not become active in your next refresh phase. Then if your opponent has 2 or more rested characters, your leader gains plus 2,000 power. Make sure it's 2 rested characters. We got 2 0-cost events. I do feel like the deck's slightly bricky. I don't think we need 2 though. Maybe we can just drop it to 1 and like play another copy of Law, for example. But basically, it's a counter event where you trash a card in your hand, you gain plus 2k counter for the battle. And the trigger is rest your opponent's character cost of 4 or less. We got 4 El Claw. Main, you may rest 1 of your cards. If your leader has Minx type, give it to 1 of your opponent's characters minus 3 cost for this turn. This card is super good if you really want to clear board, or if you want to like rest a character and then Stunner of Kara. That's also a good option. I didn't really use that in the gameplay today. Basically, you L-Claw, you give a character -3 cost, so up to 8 cost character. Then you can Carrot Leader ability. You can rest an opponent's character with cost of 5 or less, and then you can swing with Carrot and stun that character for a full turn. Really good effect, and it's a plus 3k counter as well. Next, we have Electrical Luna. This card is goated, and it's searchable. Oh my gosh. All of your opponent's rested characters with cost of 7 or less do not become active during your opponent's next refresh phase. This card is amazing, and this is the only deck it's searchable in, which is crazy. And we have 3 stages. I think 3 is good enough because this Carrot can top 7 search per stage, and if you already have one in your hand, you don't want to see this card twice. You only want to see it once per game and early in the game, which is also why the 0 cost event, if I have a stage in my hand, it's dead weight if I already have one on my board, so I can just 0 cost the stages later on, or I can Bonney, draw 2, and I trash the stage if I have multiple in my hand. But the stage is active main, you may rest this stage. Your leader has Minx type, except if one of your Dawn is active, and end your turn, except if one of your Minx type characters as active, which is so good with this Carrot. You can Carrot, swing, freeze something, and then you restand the Carrot so your opponent cannot KO Carrot, and then she stays the whole game, and then GG's. Alright, that's it for our deck breakdown. Let's get right to that gameplay, homies. Alright, we got our first game against Yellow Jewelry Bonney today. Looks like we're going first, and we keep, because we have the card, we can only play that Carrot card on 3-Dawn though, so we wait till this turn. We do get the Zao, thank god. It has whiff before, and we play at the Zao. We can restand a Dawn. Not really much to do though, so I'm just not even going to restand the Dawn. I'll just make 7. That's fine by me. And they give us a 2k, 1k. Interesting. They're running a spicy build. They're running some new promos and stuff like that. Looks like they dropped the Onami and they swing 9k Banish. We are definitely letting that go through. We're at 5 Dawn, so we can leader ability, rest the Onami. We're going to swing into it because Bonnie's leader abilities give 2 rested Dawn. So that Onami can actually swing 5k per turn. They're going to trash our next life and swing 7k at us, and we're going to take that. We're already down at 2 life, and they're at 5 life. That's a little bit scary. Looks like I definitely want that 2k back in my hand, so we're definitely going to play the Law this turn, and Law Bounce. I can't rest the Robin because that is a 6 cost character, not 5 cost character. So we go 5k face. They end up countering that too, which is crazy. I'm actually scared of triggers right now. We're going to cheat out the inner Rashi because I have really nothing else to play out. We're going to go 6 at their face. They take the damage and they don't trigger out a body, which is perfect. We're going to Wanda Search. Only thing we can grab is the Carrot because everything else was not Minx searchable. They're going to play our S-Snake to freeze our Carrot, which is really smart. They're going to go 10k at us. We definitely got to take that. And they don't swing at the Robin. That's actually super smart. Looks like we're going to have to block her up because it's not looking good for us. We're going to leader ability, rest their S-Snake, and then we're going to swing into it. They let it go immediately, which is super good. We're just going to go 5. I think we're at 9 on this turn. So I'm debating what to play out. We do play out the Bounce Law to play out another Carrot just to go wide, where we stand a Dawn with our Zao stage. And looks like I'm just going to go 9k face. And they did the trigger to become a 7k leader. We Zao, we stand the Carrot. They're going to rush Bonney us. A little bit scary. We have the counter though for it. We got the L-Claw from our life, thank god. We got the plus 3k counter event. That actually saved our asses, that plus 3k counter event. They're going to go 8 into Law. We're going to 2k, 1k that. They're going to 10 into Law. We're going to let that go. Okay. And looks like we have to go for game here because we are dead the next turn. So we're going to swing a Carrot, freeze the Robin. We're gonna, they got draw 2 trigger, draw 2 trash 1. They trash a 1k, which is good for us. We're gonna swing 6 again. They get a trigger that cannot attack, which really sucks because I think I was gonna restand and swing at the Carrot this turn. We're gonna 5k face here, try to get some more cards out. We're definitely playing the restand Carrot. Oh, we can only restand 2 characters anyway, so it actually doesn't matter. We're just gonna go 6k face because then we have 1. Then we have no cards in hand, so that 6 automatically goes through. Then we go 8k phase for the W. That was a really close game, actually. That was closer than I thought. Looks like they had a 1k in their hand. They had an interesting Bonney build. I definitely need to revisit Yellow Bonney again. People have asked me to revisit her. But yeah, that was close. The restand Carrot came in clutch. We were dead the next turn. For real, for real. Next we got Blue Yellow Boa. I remember this game being pretty shiesty. So let's see what happens here. They get second. We keep losing Dice World. That sucks. We can only grab Luna or L-Claw from that search. We bottom deck our Bonnies, unfortunately. They Grandma Yoin stack their life. I think I'm okay if they stack their life. We're just gonna go 5k phase. And they actually counter that, which is interesting. Then we go 5 again. They do get the trigger. That was very smart that they countered that because I could have leader ability rested it and they didn't have a Dawn on their leaders. So actually that Ron would have been defenseless for a turn. So I see why they defended that in reality. They dropped the Boa blocker. And yeah, they're gonna swing into my Wanda, I'll let that go. They swing face, I also have to let that go. I tried a leader ability, rest the boa, but I forgot that you need a Minx character on board, so ignore this. Anyways, we got 5k face. If they free block this, I'm just a dumbass. Okay, they don't free block this, awesome. And then we play out the carrot and we rest the Ron. So yeah, carrot's leader ability is you have to have a Minx character on board, so I need to play a carrot first. Just heads up for future me. Because now I realize that after playing her. They're gonna Zoro heal back up, and they're gonna pound on some Don go. 8k face, that's pretty good. We're gonna Wanda search. I'm debating playing out the carrot. I think I will play out the carrot this turn, just cheat out Zao stage. Or maybe I'll play out the law. No, I'm debating what to do this turn. Let's see. Yeah, it's like when I play out the carrot, I can't play bounce law, and I need more bodies on the board, so I think I'm just gonna play bounce law anyways, and then cheat out it next time. So we're gonna law bounce, play out another carrot. We're gonna stun 2 of the characters on board. We don't stun the Zoro. Well, we can't rest the Zoro, but we don't stun the Zoro because Zoro we can swing into and KO. They're gonna go 9 into my carrot. I can 2k this, but then I lose the stage to play out, so I do actually let her go, sadly. Maybe I should have kept her. I don't know. They got 5k face. We just take that. Interesting. Looks like I'm doing too. I'm just gonna hard play out Zao here. We also have Luna. Oh, we play out the Nekomamushi. And we have 7 arrested cards. We do get rushed. And we do top 5 search for another carrot. Looks like we're doing pretty good. We're going to rush into their board now. We're going to go 6 into Zoro. They let it go. We're going to stun their boa. And we have an active Dawn for God knows what. We're going to 6k face here. See if they want to take. They take it. Interesting. Then we're just gonna Zao restand the carrot so that we can keep stunning their board. We have another carrot for next turn too. They're gonna heal again with Kuma. And they're gonna block her up as well with another blocker boa. We can rest a boa though with our leader ability, so that's fine by me. And they're gonna put rested Dawn on their leader and on Ron. So we go 6 and 6. We do have counter actually, so we can probably just counter this. Let's see. Let's see what we do here. 6k face. We're giving it 2k. 6k face again, another 2k. They don't swing a Porcelino, which is actually really nice for us. We do have Luna. So I'm debating Luna in this turn. Let's see. We're gonna carrot. Actually, we don't really need to. We can just drop a carrot and it does the same thing. Then we go 6 again. They blocked a 6k swing. I feel like they're really bricked up. So I'm trying to see what they do here. Okay, they raw Marguerite and search. And they pitch a brick. So I do feel like they are bricked up actually. We have 5 here. I don't think we have game. Oh, we do have game actually. We're just gonna go for game. Fuck it. We play the restand carrot. And then we restand it Dawn. We go 6 again. Looks like they're out of 2Ks. Their last life trigger KO's my law blocker. So now we just have to go all in for face. And we go 8,000 face. They were Brick City. Look at their hand. Their hand was just all bricks. Oh my god. Yeah, the new Zoro SR is super good at Boa, but it's another brick, and Boa did not need any more bricks, guys, I swear. But that was a pretty good game. I think had I Luna'd, I could have extended one more turn and played an additional carrot. But dropping bigger body did set me up for success. Would we have survived one more turn? Probably not. We only have 1k, 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 1k. We only have 3 1ks. We do get 2k from life, and then looks like that last one is a 1k as well. I think we're cooked this next turn, so I'm happy with our game. Alright, next we got Green Zoro. Ayo. This is right before OP16 meta, by the way, so this is just OP15 meta right here. We're gonna drop the Wanda so we can swing into the Hiyori for free, basically. I'm debating grabbing Luna or the carrot, but I think carrot's just better. They killed my carrot. I could just play out another carrot. It's fine by me. Hopefully, we're going second, so hopefully we could top deck the law blocker. Going wide is definitely really good against Zoro, because then, you know, they can't kill my whole board in one turn with their leader ability. They grab it to Shigi Fiori. That's so good for us. We're just going to take that first hit. We do get the law blocker on our 4-down turn. We're going to Wanda search. I realized I couldn't grab Zao, so I think I really messed up here. I think I should have played the carrot first, because now we whiffed the Zao, and then carrot does absolutely nothing. So I'm heavily regretting playing Wanda first before playing out the carrot. I'm just like, what? I didn't know Wanda couldn't grab stage. That's kind of stupid that she can't grab stage. What the hell is the point of stage? But anyways, that's just me. But yeah, we just go 7k phase. Anyways, we can just bounce the carrot. They're gonna swing into carrot though, so we can no longer bounce it. But we can just bounce a Wanda instead, and it does the same thing, so it's fine. We're gonna rest it to Shigi, then we're gonna go 5k face. We're gonna rest it to Shigi probably because we're gonna law bounce, and then play out our own carrot to stun the Shigi. Our carrot's probably dead, but it's okay. We have a second carrot in our hand, so if carrot dies, it's whatevers. It's whatevers. Let's see what happens this turn. They're going to Inarashi, rest and KO my Wanda, which is fine by me. That's a 2k gone in their hand, and we have a Wanda in our hand. I wish we had a second law blocker. I know we bottom deck one, so there's not many left. I'm debating countering or not. Let's see what they swing here. They're gonna go 9. I need 2 2ks. I don't have 2 2ks in my hand, so I do let the carrot go. And we finally get stage, so I'm just gonna pull out the carrot to play out stage, because it's basically free when you do that. I lose a 2k, but it's okay. It's definitely Carrot this turn. We need to stun that Tashigi. And then we're just going to go 6k face. I think I'm going to leave a Donna for El Claw so I don't die. Is probably the plan. And we do go 7 with Law. Like, I need to kill him soon at this rate. At least we stun the Tashigi. They can only swing at us so many turns, or so many times next turn. And they're going to give us a 2k, 1k. Zoro actually having counter. That's crazy, guys. Who would have thought? I think my Law blocker is dead, but that's okay. We have a 2k, 1k, and a 3k counter in our hand. And I think Carrot will survive, hopefully. They dropped the Cavendish, so they can't rest my Carrot. That's actually so good for us. Unless they still drop a Tashigi right now. Let's see if they drop it or not. Alright, no Tashigi, please. No Tashigi, please. Come on, come on. They can just go 11 into Law, 11 at face, and I have to take both, actually. So, that's actually still a good play from Zoro, not gonna lie. They're debating what to do here. Yeah, they're 3 life, and we're gonna lose the Law blocker, probably. We need to survive one more turn after this turn, which is going to be a little bit tricky, so let's see how we do this. They drop a Zoro from EBO2. I think that rests a character and then swings into an active character. I feel like that was a terrible play. I think they could have just swung 11-11. So we're going to counter that 6k swing, and then they're going to go 6 again at my Law. I'm just going to counter that too. I'm like, okay. I don't know why the hell they did that. That was a very weird play. I think 11-11 made more sense. But that's fine. Alright, we're gonna try and kill the Cavendish. That Cavendish has gotta go, dude. We cannot afford that Cavendish on the board. So we're gonna swing 6 into Cav. And they do have the counter for it. We're gonna 6 again to Cav. I'm gonna starve them out. Actually, we're gonna play out. Yeah, I need some rested characters before I play the Bonney. So I'm like counting how many rested characters I need. We're gonna play a Bonney here. But I messed up. I need 8 rested characters. I should have swung with the Carrot. That was so stupid. So I could have drawn 2 trash ones. There's a lot of mistakes this game. So my bad. We're just gonna go 6 into the Zoro, because let the Cavendish go, so I think 6 will go through. They do let it go, it's awesome. We're gonna restand Carrot and leave a Donna for El Claw, so hopefully we don't die. We have 2 blockers on the board, and I think Pedro can KO 4 costs or less, I think, so I don't think he can KO the Tashigi, but that's okay. At least he's just here just for funsies. They're just gonna pound on their leader here. They're gonna go 12 into the Law. That's what they should have done last turn. I don't know what the hell they're doing that turn. 12 in my face. I'm gonna block and KO the rest of Tashigi. Pedro can KO a 5 cost or less. That's actually perfect. He's gonna restand, swing in my face. I'm gonna let that go through. And looks like we have to go for game. Actually, no, we don't. Yeah, Lapa doesn't do shit because they have no board. We're just gonna freeze the whatever his name is just for funsies. Looks like I'm going to do the blocker up. We are playing out the blocker SCC Bonney this turn, and I think we're doing it correctly this time. We have 5k face. Looks like we're just gonna block her up. That's the plan. And then we're gonna play out Bonney. Ooh, we get 2 more Bonnies. That's perfect. We get you out a second Bonney. And we get draw 2 trash one as well. Ooh, I love the 0 cost events. So we're gonna definitely keep that with us. And we had 3 Dawn. So now that we have 2 more blocker Bonnies, drawing into 2 is crazy. We have 2 more blocker Bonnies, so I'm really not scared of dying. 2 blockers. We have a bunch of counter in our hand. This went from really bad to really good in a second, actually. This is super good for us. They're going to Tashigi rest one of my blockers. They're going to need, like, restand for real. But we have a lot of 2Ks in our hand, so I think at this point it's our game to win. Because they're 0 life, so it's like they have to go all in this turn. Yeah, 10. We can counter a 10, so I think that's fine. 10 at Bonney. I can low-key counter the Bonney swing too, but it's fine. He's at 0 life. I'm not expecting much from him. I don't expect him to drop a blocker, so I think no matter what we game the following turn. 10 again. I don't think he should have swung on my board, right? Because then he can't restand his leader. Yeah, I think we can just block this, but we might as well counter. Because why not? We're going to L-Claw and then 0 cost to give us 11k counter. And yeah, I think that's definitely a game. We also could have blocked out too, but now we definitely have guaranteed map the following turn. And yeah, that's about it. We go 15k face for the W. Ayo. Next we got Purple Foxy Pirate. These are very interesting matchups on the sim. I am excited to watch this one. We got Wanda. We're searching for a mixed pirate besides Wanda. So we grab Inarashi. And we pass. They're going to 5 at us. We're just going to take that because we're cool like that. He drops the ramp guy, but with Carrot's leader ability, we can rest a character once per turn. So we can Wanda swing into this guy. And looks like I'm debating dropping Melky. Let's see. Monkey's not a bad option. Yeah, so we KO his ramp guy, and then we go 5k face. I do drop the Milky. Oh, maybe to try to bounce law, but there's no bounce law to bounce. I don't know why I play Milky. There's mixed types, so when you're done as active. Yeah, it's not really as many bodies on my Cheeto next turn, so we'll see if I actually use her or not, or if she's just fodder to be bounced. Let's see what happens. They're gonna play the choppy blocker and the other ramp guy to ramp again. I see, to protect. They're probably doing this to protect the ramp guy. I think the ramp guy has priority over the chopper blocker. And they're gonna 5S again. I think we're just gonna take this. Luna rest one of my opponent's characters. We're gonna rest the chopper blocker. That's so unlucky for this guy. Oh my gosh. We could just stun the chopper blocker too now that we top deck carrot. So we're gonna go 2 into 0. Let's see if they counter that or not. Yeah, we could low-key just clear the whole board at this rate. I can't believe they didn't swing into the Wanda. They just swing the portion to Wanda. That was kind of weird. I'm swinging 2 into 0 with my Milky. I guess I played her to have a body play out. We're gonna go 0 into 0 for no reason, and that is our turn so far. I can't believe they countered the blocker that was stunned. That was a very weird turn for sure. Alright, looks like they play out the 8-cost Foxy Pirate. So I'm gonna rest my carrot and swing into carrot. We should definitely save this carrot, bro. Carrot is goated. I dropped in Arashi because there's no characters in Arashi can stun, so we just give up on that. We're gonna go 2 into 2. We're just gonna keep clearing board as much as possible. They're gonna counter that, interesting. I don't think we care about it, so I think it's fine. We are still gonna go 5 into it, because why not? I'm gonna go 6k face. I feel like I'm going too slow here. I feel like I didn't really need to do that, but that's fine. Debating dropping the Bonney. I feel like I should drop the Bonney there. Oh, I can still drop the Bonney. Okay, we're good, we're good. We're gonna draw 2 trash, 1 with Bonney. I'm debating what to trash. Inarashi at this point is not helpful because he only has big bodies coming out at this point. Inarashi is only helpful if they have small bodies on the board. They're gonna drop the Foxy Pirate that minuses 1,000 my entire board. That's pretty smart because these are all 6 or 5k swingers, so now they swing 1,000 less. They're going to go 6k and stun my leader and a 1k counter character. I think we're 2k that. I'm just stay a little bit healthy. They have a 9k swing coming in, so let's see if they swing or not. They don't swing, interesting. I think it's because they have less cards in hand, so they're a little bit scared about swinging. We're just gonna La Beppo. We're going to stun the Foxy and buff our leader to 7k just on defense. And then we're gonna Milky restand it on, stun their chopper blocker. I don't think we need to swing into it at this point. And we can go 5 and then 6k face with our board. And I think it's okay to swing for a whole board here because I don't think we die in the clapback. And yeah, it's looking like they're running low on cards as well. Oh, we restand the carrot too, which is really good. So we guarantee have a carrot and a La Beppo to swing the next turn. And we rested their blocker, so they need a blocker to survive the following turn. And we can also drop our own blocker as well the following turn. So let's see. They drop another Foxy Pirate. It's slow beam. Oh yeah, if they slow beam, we're probably cooked. Let's see. Let's see what they do this turn. If only purple had electrical Luna, man. That would change the whole card game, I swear. Yeah, nah, they didn't drop a blocker, so I think we have game the following turn. They're gonna go 7 into 5, and they're going to stun carrot and carrot. We're just gonna let it go and KO their chopper blocker. Yeah, I think that's game. I think if we can just go 10k face, and then we can go 15k face over our Bonney blocker. So let's see if they can counter this end. They don't counter it, so I think 15 is almost guaranteed, and we might not die in the clapback. We have enough counters, so I think we're chilling. Oh, they had the restand leader event. Actually, we could have died in the clapback, so I'm happy that we won. Alright, next we got Purple and Nell. This match is very interesting. I think we barely get the W on this one. We dropped the Laboon on our first turn, which is risky because they can Elthor pop it their first turn, and we don't have anything to rest to save him. So looks like we go 7k face here. I think I should have gone 6. I think that was a play mistake. Because if they try to kill my Laboon, I'm at the rest of the Laboon and a card. I should have gone 6. So I rest 2 cards to save my Laboon if they try to kill it. They're going to Shura, return a Dawn, which is good. They don't have Dog. Yeah, they're going to Elthor, try to pop my Laboon, but Shura's rushed, so that was stupid. Yeah, I should have swung 6. That was a huge play mistake there. They're going to 5 into 2. That sucks. And then they can lead their ability and go big number phase. That's a big number phase. That is 9k phase on their second turn. That's crazy. So we're gonna go 5k face. I said F the Shura. No, it's because I have carrot. I was gonna play carrot and stun the Shura, so it's fine. We don't have stage either, so this is kind of sucky for us. I was debating dropping Milky so I could play out the Law Blocker to shield 2 characters next turn, but there's no character for me to bounce, which really sucks. So let's see what happens this turn. We got the Frankie blocker, which we can rest with our leader ability, so that's not that scary for us. I think Reiju would be worse because Reiju is a 9-cost character. Alright, so they're going to reduce the power of my carrot. If they have Mama Raigon, that would suck. Hopefully they don't Mama Raigon. Big money, big money. Oh, looks like they're going to Elthor pop my carrot. They dropped 2 kittens. No shot they have another. It needs to be a 3,000 power body for them to Elthor pop it. So I'm praying they don't have a third kitten. Oh, it looks like they don't have kitten. Are they got Mama Raigon? Let's see what they do here. They do have Mama Raigon. That sucks. Yeah, they can just go like 8 into my carrot. I wish I could top deck a 1-drop, because then I could cheat out another character of Law. So I'm hoping I get a 1-drop this turn. Oh, wait. No, we can drop Milky, restand a Dawn, and bounce Milky to play our carrot, actually. Yeah, oh yeah, I see the vision. Alright, we restand a Dawn. We're going to leader ability, rest the Frankie. We're going to swing 5 into 2, because we can stun the Frankie and carrot, so it's fine. We're going to Law bounce the Milky, stun the Frankie. I saw the vision, dude. Wow, I'm so smart, guys. Fina on the sim, when she watches One Piece, is just better, bro. I swear. Yeah, they can still go big into my carrot and kill it, and we don't have a third carrot, so I'm hoping we can defend this carrot somehow. We have a 0-cost event, so hopefully that is enough. Let's see what happens here. They're gonna go super wide. They have a bunch of 1-drops, so at this point we're kind of cooked. Ooh, they're gonna Gamma Knife my carrot. I think that's GG's. And they also have Shura to rush into him. Yeah, we're cooked. I think we're just gonna have to let it go. Unfortunately, we don't have any bodies in our hand to play out, so we're kind of cooked. Yeah, they're going 5-1. Yeah, that's gotta go through. I think we should definitely take this hit here from the Shura, because we really need to find more bodies to play out. You know, 7 in our face, we take that. There's the Zao stage, a little bit too late. I could play Zao and then play out the carrot. I'm not sure what that gets me, though, to be honest. But I guess that's our best play for now. I could leave a Dawn up for the event. We're going to rest their Ohm. I feel like I should swing into Ohm so that they can't Mama Raigon. Or, oh, they have 2 Ohms on the board, though. There's no point. Yeah, the board's just too wide. I feel like at this point I just need to kill him soon. We're just going to go 6 and 6 and try to get a bunch of counter events in their hand. They go down to 2 life. Unfortunately, we can't restand the Law, so I think Law's cooked. They have 2 Ohms on the board to reduce the power of Law by a lot, so this is not a great board state. I am shocked if we even win this game. I don't remember if we do or not, but if we do, that'd be kind of crazy. It's not looking good for us right now. It's just, yeah, they have too many 1-drops. Like, there's no, like, we have to kill him. We have to kill him very soon, but he has, like, 8, 9 cards in hand, so hopefully they're bricked up. And they do another Gamma Knife into a Mama Raigon. Looks like my whole board is just gonna get wiped this turn. They're gonna go 2 into 1 and reduce my lot of 5. They can reduce it to 4 and swing into a 2. I just don't have the defense to counter at this point. And we don't have Luna either. I wish we had Luna. That'd be pretty good the following turn. But yeah, we got nothing, so we're kind of cooked. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of wish I swung into the Frankie blocker more, because now he's going to restand as a blocker the following turn, which would really suck for us. Looks like he's going to swing into the Law. You know, 5 in the Law, which I probably should counter, but I probably shouldn't. He's just going to die anyways, and I'd rather find another card to play on next turn. Looks like we are going to 2k that. Yeah, it's just like, it's a 5 into 5. I might as well make him waste another swinger. Yeah, he's going to have 8 in the Law, that's fine. We didn't have counter hand to save it. Looks like we're gonna Law Beppo this turn. We're gonna stun the Frankie and go 7k face. And we can restand a Dawn for El Claw. And let's see if they can KO my Law Beppo. They already saw 2 Gamma Knives. I know Anel runs like 3 or 4. But I'm like, maybe they don't have a 3rd Gamma Knife. Yeah, I'm like checking their trash. They used a lot of events already. They use multiple kittens. But they have 2 Ohms on the board. So if they Gamma Knife Ohm, they can just Althor pop it or Mama Raigon it. So let's see what happens. This Frankie blocker hasn't swung once this whole game. I've had it locked down since the beginning. They're going to 7 at me. Oops. And looks like we're going to take that 7k swing and play no risky. I feel like I should have countered this turn because my next turn I'm kind of cooked. So let's see what happens. Let's see. Can they indeed kill my La Beppo? And yep, they have Gamma Knife. They can minus 1,000 it. So he's a 6k right. Oh, sorry, he's a 5k right. Yeah, they can Mama Raigon it and then swing into him. We could save him though, low-key. We could 0-cost event and try to save him, depending on how big they swing. Oh, but he's a 5k unit. Gonna be a 4k unit too. Yeah, 4,000's rough, dude. I think he's dead. I think my Love Beppo's dead too. Let's see what happens. God damn, this deck is fucking broken, dude. I swear to God. They can go 5 and 5 into him. We actually could save this technically. I think we should save him. Do I save him or not though? Oh, 8 into 4. Yeah, I don't think we have the counter for that. Can I go 2 more turns is the question though. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like I need to go 2 more turns here. Looks like I'm going to go 7k face. What a great plan by me. Oh, we're gonna play carrot, restand carrot, and never mind, we're not gonna play 2 blockers. We're just gonna trust that I survive 2 more turns. And we're gonna see if he can kill my carrot or not and try to go for game that way. Yeah. How do I win this game? I don't know. I thought I was gonna play Bonney into Pedro, but I guess I just played the carrot for restand. We got a lot of cards out of him though, that's pretty good. And he's used a lot of events. Like, I'm talking a lot of events. So maybe we can survive. Let's see. The Frankie is actually active for once in his life. But I'm not scared about the Frankie. That Frankie blocker can be rested immediately because we have a mixed character on the board. They go 5 at us, we should definitely counter that 5k swing. And if they go 7, we should L-Claw this. Yeah, we can just L-Claw plus 3k counter that. And they can't really do much this turn. Looks like they didn't have a way to get rid of my carrot. They used all their Gamma Knives already. Alright, we're just gonna rest the Frankie. I think we're just gonna go for game here. We're gonna go 10. Let's see if they can counter a 10. 10 is not us going all in because we can still play the Bonney SEC into Pedro and be fine. It looks like they can counter a 10. That's fine though. I think we can go one more turn here. Alright, we're just gonna go 5k face. I feel like I should swing the Frankie Loki. No, we can rest the Frankie so it doesn't matter. We're gonna Pedro. We're gonna Bonney SEC. Jirachu Trash 1. Kind of annoyed. We could have just Luna'd this turn instead. And then we're gonna restand our carrot. We have 2 blockers. We have 2 life. We have a 0 cost event for, so we have plus 3k plus 2k. We have 10k counter. Holy crap, how the fuck did we survive this game? This game was not looking good for a long time, but I think they just ran out of resources. They used all their events too fast, and they Gamma Knifed everything I've dropped, except for the restand carrot. The restand carrot survived. That's how we're getting here right now. Looks like they are gonna go for a board and get rid of our blockers. They're gonna go 2 at us. There's no point blocking that, because, you know, that's a free swing. They're Mama Raigon, rest my... Oh, the Pedro. Okay. They have 2 Mama Raigons. I think they have 3 so far, so they could have 1 more. Let's see. But if they Mama Raigon, then, you know, they lose 2 Dawn, so it's still pretty good for us. They're gonna Shura. There's no point in Shuring, though, to be honest, because you already have an Ohm on the board to swing with. And they give up... Oh, man. Let's go back. Yeah, let's see. Ooh, we had the Luna trigger in our life. Okay, yeah. Yeah, they were cooked. They were cooked. They could have gone, like, 7 with their leader first. We could have Luna triggered, rested their Anel SEC, and then they were just done for. They had no way to rest my Bonney blocker, so no matter what, we wouldn't have died this turn. And since we have the carrot on board that they can't remove, we can leader ability rest the Frankie, so we can just go 19k face. The Luna trigger in our life just sealed the whole game for us. That was pretty good. This was a very close game. We were very low on resources, but yeah, we still came on top against Purple Anel. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right, next we have a game against Red Blue Lucy. I think we're supposed to be good into him because of Luna. Because all of his characters are 7 cost or less, so I think we're pretty good into him. I wish I could grab Laboon here with the Wanda. Laboon would be so good, just to like defend our board. If they can bottom deck our carrots, that's kind of really sucky for us. Like, we need to keep a board to beat Lucy, so let's see if we can top deck a Laboon real fast. But yeah, that sucks that we can't grab Laboon. He's not searchable. Why Laboon out of all characters? Like, is he searchable in any deck, to be honest? They're gonna 6S. I think we're gonna take this. I don't see a point why we don't need to take it. We have 3 carrots. That's pretty good. We get Laboon! Oh my god, we top deck Laboon. That's crazy. We get Laboon. We're just gonna go 6k face so that we leave 2 Dawn active in case he wants a bomb deck Laboon. Then we don't have to rest the Laboon at all. We can just rest the 2 Dawn. They take the 6k swing, so it didn't matter if we went 6 or 8. They're gonna play Bartolomeo. Which is a 4 cost character, which means we can rest your leader ability next turn and freezer of carrot. So that guy is cooked. They got the Viola 1-drop. And it looks like they're gonna go 5 at us here. 5. I feel like maybe we should start countering because they get really aggressive really fast with their giant 9k bodies. So let's see what happens. 5 we just take though. I don't give a fuck. We're gonna swing 5. Yeah, I think we're just gonna leader ability rest their Barto. And then they probably should have blocked out Rebecca already because we can rest Rebecca whenever we want to. So yeah, I think they should have used Rebecca already since I had a Dawn in it the following turn. They go down to 2 life pretty early. That's really good for us. They're gonna drop the Sabo blocker. Unfortunately, there's no way to rest the Sabo blocker, so we might survive for 1 more turn. Let's see. But yeah, we have the Wanda and the Laboon to rest so that our Laboon hopefully stays safe if they want to bomb deck it. They choose instead to play out a Cavendish, which is probably smarter than trying to bomb deck a character because we have the Laboon on board. The Laboon is so clutch, actually. That is a mandatory 2k. We're going to leader ability rest the Cavendish. We're going to carrot swing 6 and freezer Cavendish. Having 3 carrots in hand is pretty damn good, not going to lie. Looks like we're just going to play out another carrot. And there's no point in swinging big. We're just going to go 5 here and see if they want to free block it or not. Yeah, 3 carrots is crazy, bro. They are just gonna free block that. We leave a Dawn up for El Claw and 2 Dawn up for the Laboon so that they try to bomb deck Laboon. We have the Dawn protected to protect him. So it's looking good for us, looking good. Let's see if they swing with their Sabo blocker. They should never swing with their Sabo blocker because then we can immediately freeze over carrots because carrot can freeze a 7 cost or less. They're gonna go 5 at us. We're gonna give a 1k here. I want to stay a little bit healthy. They have a 9k swinger on the board, which is pretty good. They're going to draw 3 cards, which means they whiffed on their second Sabo. That is so lucky for us. Oh no, they just made Viola blocker. Interesting. Because yeah, we can leader ability rest one of the blockers. Let's see if I figure out if I can leader ability or not. Looks like I forget that leader ability exists. So, looks like I don't rest any of their blockers this turn, huh? Oh, looks like, nope, I definitely forgot leader ability exists because, ooh, they rest their Sabo blocker. That was a huge mistake, actually. We can drop a third. I don't think he was expecting a third carrot. Because now we can just freeze the whole board, basically, with an additional carrot. That's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. Looks like I'm going to search for Zao, and I do get Zao, which is awesome. So we restand that Dawn. Then we're going to play out the Bonney SEC, draw 3 trash 2. We get Luna. That's so good. Oh my gosh. This game is looking better than ever. Yeah, I forgot I can leader ability rest their Rebecca blocker. I don't know why I don't do that. But we restand one of our carrots, so they can only swing at one of our carrots. We have a blocker on the board, though, so if they want to try to kill our carrot, we can block and save our carrot. So this game is looking pretty in our favor, not gonna lie. They put a Dawn on the Rebecca. Oh my gosh, do they rip another Sabo blocker? No shot, bro. No shot, they only have one Sabo blocker. They have a lot of cards in hand, let's see. Yeah, it looks like they don't have a second Sabo blocker. Wow, it's really bad for them. Good for us, good for us. Yeah, it looks like they're just drawing a bunch of cards, just digging deeper in their deck. They drop Leo for KO protection. I don't think they need that, though. We don't really have any KO in our deck anyways. They're just going to get rid of the Bartolomeo altogether, though. It's very interesting tech choice. We're just going to go 6. We're going to just draw some cards in hand. They use stage abilities, so swinging 7's really good. Lucy tends to not have that many 2Ks in his deck, so we're just trying to get rid of all the cards in his hand. We stunned basically his whole swingers, and we have a lot of carrots on the board. I think I need to remember I can leader ability and rest one of the Rebecca blockers. Am I going to do it or no? Yeah, debating if I'm going to play over Laboon or not. That is a huge mistake. Ooh, they try to carry our Laboon. Okay. Thank God we rested 2 Active John to save him. That would have been really bad. We're just going to 6K face here. You can't kill my Laboon. Yeah, it looks like I totally forgot leader ability exists, and I'm not resting any of his blockers. That's kind of stupid. Yeah, I think he should just block out here because I can rest his blocker. Oh, now I rest it. Okay, weird. Why do I rest the blocker afterwards? Anyways, I might be a little dumb, but that's okay. Looks like I'm going to trash some counter. We had 3 Dawn as active. Yeah, what was the point of me resting the blocker? I think I'm doing some dumb gameplay mistakes here, but that's okay. We're not always intelligent all the time, you know? Sometimes we goof a little bit. Yeah, I definitely could have rested the Rebecca blocker and then frozen the Rebecca blocker for my 3rd carrot swing, because I can stun up to 3 characters. So I don't know why I didn't do that, but that's okay. That's okay. Sometimes we're a little slow. Looks like they finally find their 2nd Sabo blocker. Good for them. Looks like they're doing the plus 2K and a KO character. Okay, they minus the Bonney. I'm leaving 3 Dawn as active, so my Laboon is perfectly safe, as always. They can put a Dawn on Rebecca. And they're going to go 8K at something. I think if they go into carrot, I'm just going to block this. I should definitely block this. Yeah, that's smart. Like, because I have nothing to play next turn anyways, so I might as well just free block that. I think next turn is a perfect turn for La Beppo, low-key. I can become a 7K leader and rest their last remaining Sabo blocker. I think that's a pretty good turn for us. Let's see what I choose to do, though. Looks like they have 2 Rebecca blockers as well. They only have 6 cards in hand and 1 life. That's pretty good for that's pretty bad for Lucy, though. Usually they have like 50,000 cards in hand. So it must be a little weird. Oh yeah, we're gonna rest their Rebecca blocker. We're gonna go 6. I feel like he should free block this with the Sabo. I think I should have just played out La Beppo. I think that would have been a better play. They're just gonna block it right away. We're gonna 6 again. Looks like I'm not gonna play the Law. Oh, I could restand. Hold up, I can just restand with the carrots. That's why. We're gonna 6 again. We're gonna stun the last Rebecca blocker. I think I'm gonna do restand carrot. I think that's the play. I think we're going 6s to like burn our cards in their hand because Lucy never has 2Ks. They take. Okay, I think it's restand here. Oh no, what the heck? Okay, we just love that because I'm dumb. And then we go 8K face. Yeah, no, I think I could have played that a little bit differently, but that's okay. That's okay. We take it. We win. What the heck? Let's see. Yeah, so they could have countered that swing and gone 1K, 1K, 1K. But they don't win the following turn, and we have a full board they cannot kill. So I think that was just GG's there. That was unfortunate for the Lucy player. But yeah, 3 carrots in a row is pretty dang good for carrot for ourselves. Not gonna lie, not gonna lie. Alright homies, that's it for today's video on green carrot. We versed a lot of different kinds of leaders, and I felt like carrot had an edge up against most of them, to be honest. I think maybe Nami might be a little bit tricky because she drops hella big bodies and it's hard to rest big bodies. Carrot can only rest like smaller decks or like go wide decks. I think in OP16 this is a deck to reckon with because of green blue Luffy or like Buggy. They're like go wide fast decks, but they go low and not tall if they're cost. So Carrot can rest all those low body characters and stun them or swing into them. So I think Carrot can be viable OP16 depending what leader you're versing. And it was close against Purple and L, but we did actually beat Purple and L as well. So it's definitely possible to beat the L match. I do feel like her hand was pretty bad low-key into an L, and we still got the W barely, but yeah, I can see this deck winning at locals for real, for real. Another thing I would change, I kind of don't like this Inarashi. Maybe just drop this to 1 and we have 2 Pedros, because having an extra blocker is so nice sometimes. And then maybe just like 1-0 cost event. Maybe we could have 2 and 2. Maybe like 3 Pedros, 1 Inarashi, because I do want more searchable targets as well for the top 5 searchers. Maybe like 3 Pedros. I also noticed on our 4-down turn we really have nothing to do, so if you want to drop a Pedro, that's a card, and it's a Minx type, so we can still rest some characters as well. But yeah, I really like this deck. I really like this deck with Mushi. I think one of the games he came in clutch with that rush at the end. Maybe a 4th law blocker as well is not a bad idea. This might be my deck list moving forward. I'm gonna check the OP16 green card. I don't think any of these green cards help out Carrot at all. So I think for now this is a pretty good deck. And yeah, maybe I'll test her out again OP16. Let me know in the comments below if you guys have any spicy Carrot deck profiles. I know a lot of people don't run this Nekomamushi, but I love the option of rush if needed. I also have not added Hody Jones in this deck, and Hody Jones is just a staple green card. So I feel like this is kind of like Hody Jones, but worse. And maybe Deadman's Game is also a great option. Yeah, I feel like technically everyone should have 1 Deadman's Game. Maybe just drop 1 L Claw for DMG, and then maybe like Hody Jones is something we're missing. What would we drop? Maybe drop a Pedro for Hody Jones. Like 1 Hody Jones and 1 Deadman's Game is always nice. Ideally, you should always have a Hody Jones and probably Deadman's Game in your deck to go for game if needed. So this could be another deck list y'all want to run. But overall, I really like green Carrot. I think because now the meta is more like low end, you know, like going wide, and the cost of characters are lower, I think Carrot will actually thrive. But yeah, that's it for today's video. Thank y'all so much for watching. I am a small channel, so you can smash that sub button, leave a like, or drop a comment. That goes a long way. And I appreciate y'all so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Kisses in the chat. Okay, bye!